Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. Crypto market's looking pretty bloody right about now, and you know what? I don't care. we're just trading. We're range bound anywhere between $30,000 to $40,000. Frankly, isn't going to surprise me. So the fact that things are down right now, it doesn't matter to me. I am not losing sleep over it. In fact, right now I'm focusing on just how much XRP is going to be worth in the future. All the scary stuff in the short term doesn't matter. The volatility is to be expected, but I'm keeping my eye on the prize. In fact, I'll tell you what, I would be more alarmed if there were no volatility. I'm here for the volatility. And so if it magically went away, I would not be sleeping easier. Maybe you would, I'm not sure. I definitely would not. I would be like, something has fundamentally changed, I'm now alarmed. And so the fact that it's doing, in terms of volatility, cryptos as an asset class is doing what it's been doing for 12 years, not a shocker. So if you're having trouble sleeping tonight or whatever, you're having a rough day because of all this, I would just encourage you to collect some chill. It is going to be okay here. So I'm not telling you to buy or sell or hold. But in terms of where XRP is going in the future, I'll tell you what, one of the most popular analysts in the entire world of crypto says Bitcoin is going to a minimum of $135,000 this year. And so I'll tell you what, if he is correct, then I would be surprised if we didn't see XRP at about $28. If the Bitcoin price prediction is correct, I'll be surprised if we don't end up somewhere close to that for XRP this market cycle. And I'll explain why in just a moment. But before we go any further, I do want to be clear that I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos just as a hobby about Ripple and XRP and crypto. But that's all that's going on here, damn it. So as I record this, XRP is at 70 cents. We got Bitcoin at $32,931. Crypto market cap, global crypto market cap, is for the entire asset class $1.37 trillion, and Bitcoin dominance is currently at 44.84%. And XRP did, just shortly before I recorded this, it got down to 69 cents. So the drop that we're seeing right now, it's very recent. Just for frame of reference, in case anyone's curious, as I record this, it is 2:14 a.m. on, what the hell day is it? Oh yeah, it's Monday now, right? It's past midnight. Monday, June 21st. And so you are future people. You know more about the price action than me. But in the short term, I'm just chilling with these prices. I do not care. It matters 0% to me. I'm just waiting for the ultimate outcome to reveal itself. And it's going to be a coming. We might know sooner than later, in fact. And I did just want to highlight this too. Here's a popular chart analyst, Michael Vandepop, who shared the following with his 344,000 followers, and I love this. He just wrote, and mind you, it's looking bloody out there, and he just wrote, "This price action on Bitcoin," with the little laughy emoji. Like, the traders that get it and they have taken in the data that's necessary to understand how these market cycles and human emotion plays and all that, like, they're very chill about this stuff. And you could be too, if you choose to. So I'm not telling you to buy or sell or hold, but I'm just saying if you're going to make a decision, better to not use emotion, better to use logic and data and all that jazz here. Now here was a tweet from an XRP community member named Robert, who wrote, "It's important to remember that XRP pumped from 17 cents to $1.96 without any positive SEC news or court settlement. $7 to $13 without settlement is absolutely possible. You'll see the narrative change as the price climbs." And so I'm just going to share my opinion on that. I think that XRP is going to rocket along with the rest of the asset class, regardless of what happens with the SEC. Now, I understand, look, if we actually do get clarity, the market might get all excited. It might rally specifically for that reason. But even without that, I still think that XRP is going to rally, because if you just look at what happened last market cycle, every coin went off. Literally every mid and large cap coin, and as far as I know, every small cap coin did. If there's a section of that, an exception to that, I just unaware of it. Somebody bring it to my attention, that's fine. But humans are behaving the same as last cycle, it looks like to me. So I would be very surprised if we didn't see that. And don't forget too, people keep saying, it's not on Coinbase, it's not on Coinbase. Coinbase is not the kingmaker that it once was. Let me assure you of that. And keep in mind that XRP ran up to almost $4 a few years ago, and it wasn't traded on Coinbase at the time. And things are way more evolved than back then, and there's way more people in the space. I think XRP can go substantially higher this market cycle. That's just what I personally believe here. And so let's take a look at this now. Here's a headline from Cointelegraph. Bitcoin price can hit $450,000 in 2021, and then $135,000 is worst case scenario, and that comes from Plan B, who is, again, one of the most popular analysts in crypto. On Twitter, you can see here, 575,200 followers. That's freaking crazy. Good for you, Plan B. It is impressive. And so I'm not convinced that we're going to see $450,000 this year. I don't even know for sure that we're going to see $135,000, but that price doesn't necessarily sound wacky. I know, but then you have like analysts like the blockchain backer think more like top will be more like $80,000 to $82,000. I think is what he typically says, somewhere there about. But there's no shortage of analysts that do think, a little over $100,000 is perfectly reasonable. And so I want to talk about this because, look, here's what happened last market cycle. Bitcoin's market cap got up to, somewhere in the neighborhood of 380 billion, something like that. And Ethereum and XRP both ended up reaching about half that level at different times. They didn't spike at exactly the same time. And so if you're talking about Bitcoin getting to $135,000, that's a market cap for Bitcoin of about $2.5 trillion. $2.5 trillion. And so if XRP does what it did last market cycle and just gets to half that level, so you'd be talking about $1.25 trillion market cap for XRP, you'd be looking at XRP that's worth about $28. And there actually is no shortage of analysts that do think that you're going to be seeing $20 to $30 XRP. And I know blockchain backer, he's right all the time about all sorts of stuff. So his opinion certainly I value it, but he is more on the conservative side. And he's expecting anywhere from $10 to $13 peak XRP price, which, by the way, if that happens, I'll be thrilled. I will be absolutely thrilled if we're talking about that. Considering that, just last year, XRP got down to as low as about 11 cents. And so I've just been sitting here holding. I've held all, I've never sold a single XRP, and I've been holding since November of 2017. So my bet has not changed ever since the last bubble popped. My bet has been that the bubble will reinflate again at some unknown point in the future. And my plan has been to accumulate, accumulated during the bear market, and as we were getting out of it. And then my plan is just to sell on the way to the top. And so I'm still waiting for that part of it. But it's been nice seeing the price action that we've seen this year, actually, because XRP did run up to almost $2. So as long as we're not entering a bear market, and I personally am not convinced that we're entering a bear market, we're going to see some serious fireworks at some point in the future, probably not too far from now. And so, yeah, $28 Bitcoin, if that ends up coming to pass. And I'm telling you, there is way more than enough money on the planet to make that happen. There's way more than enough participants in the crypto space to bid the price up to that level. But if Bitcoin doesn't get up to that type of region, I'm not convinced that it's necessarily good. I'm really not. I really, because look, money starts with Bitcoin, and then when people want to realize profit, they'll take money out of Bitcoin, and then that money then splinters off and gets invested into a number of other cryptocurrencies, which is another reason I don't think any other cryptocurrency will supplant Bitcoin in terms of market cap. This particular market cycle, it could happen at some point in the future, perhaps. This market cycle, no. I feel like there's very close to a 0% chance of that happening. So whatever level Bitcoin gets to, any other coin is going to have a lower market cap, right? Even if you're looking at the peaks of each relative coin, whatever coin it is that you want to talk about here. So for XRP, yeah, if you're talking about 1.25 trillion, if Bitcoin actually gets up to 2.5 trillion, that doesn't sound wacky. And even if it performs substantially worse than last market cycle in terms of what percentage it gets up to, well, damn. I mean, think about this. So Bitcoin gets up to 2.5 trillion. Like, what if XRP just gets up to like $500 million in market cap? You're still looking at about an $11 XRP. And so if Bitcoin actually hits these levels, damn. Now, in terms of the timeline, though, and I want to talk about that too, because it looks like from what Plan B has stated, it may happen towards the end of the year. In fact, here, I'll just pull up his actual tweet here. Here's what he wrote this is just 19 hours ago, so it's his newest tweet on Bitcoin and crypto. So he's talking about Bitcoin here. He wrote, Bitcoin is below $34,000, triggered by Elon Musk's energy FUD and China's mining crackdown. There is also a more fundamental reason that we see weakness in June and possibly July. My worst case scenario for 2021 would be for August, $47,000, September, $43,000, October, $63,000, November, $98,000, in December, $135,000. And so he's utilizing his stock to flow model, which he's famous for having been the first to ever apply to Bitcoin. So like he created it for Bitcoin, if you will. That's what he's famous for here. And so what's interesting is, although this theory that he has with the stock to flow model, like it's certainly disputed, I'd say. What's interesting is, to this point, it's been accurate to a T. Shockingly accurate. So is it going to stop being accurate, or will we actually see Bitcoin this year in December at least at $135,000? Well, I'll say this. If Bitcoin's really going to peak in December and it's going to be $135,000, you're not going to see XRP at its peak until after that. And so you may recall Bitcoin during last market cycle hit almost $20,000. And I don't remember the exact date. It may have been something like December 18th or somewhere thereabout in 2017. But it wasn't until January 4th, the next year, 2018, that XRP hit its all-time high at almost $4. So this could mean, I mean, if this actually happens, and I'm not necessarily convinced, but $135,000, to be honest, it doesn't sound that insane. I mean, look at the history of crypto. Like even stuff that like maybe would have once seemed insane, it's just like it's proven to be feasible, possible. And so seeing a number like that doesn't sound wacky to me. It doesn't mean I think it's going to happen. I acknowledge it's possible. It could, and I would like for it to happen. I also hold Bitcoin, mind you. I'm long Bitcoin. But yeah, I don't think you'd see XRP at whatever its peak is going to be until maybe it would be January, who knows? Because XRP did pop off towards the very tail end of the last market cycle, and if it goes off towards the tail end again, that's perfectly fine here. But I'm looking at all of this, and I understand how humans behave, all the human psychology behind all of this, and I just don't care that the market's down today. It doesn't change anything. Of course, yeah, I've been betting that humans would continue to act like this. So no, I'm the humans continuing to act like humans. This is not something that is going to cause alarm. This is not something that is going to make me think, oh, maybe I should panic. I just got rid of all my crypto cards. Oh my gosh. You know, that's a mouth breather right there. That's what the mouth breather thinks. So that's not how I'm acting. I'm not going to do that. So I'm excited for the future. I don't know about you personally, but that's what I'm looking forward. I don't even care that the price is down. I'm like, let's just talk about where this might go. That's a little bit more fun anyway. So you guys let me know where you think this is going, but I think much, much, much higher. And even if Bitcoin just tops at like, the $70,000 to $80,000 range, if the blockchain backer is correct, I still think you're going to at least see a $10 XRP just based on the levels that we've already seen from Bitcoin and Ethereum. Because, Bitcoin and Ethereum, they both perform the same in terms of last market cycle, in terms of where they're, what market caps they had at their peak. Not at the same time, but they hit about the same peaks. And so knowing that Ethereum already recently got up to $4,400, and knowing that it had over $500 billion market cap, if XRP just matches that, again, you're looking at probably close to $11 XRP. So I'd be surprised if it didn't happen. I'd really be surprised at this point, because I just don't think that the best has happened yet. We're going to see some serious fireworks, even if it's way later. And Plan B's right here, and the stock to flow model does keep playing out the way he's expecting it to. He could be more dull over the last few months in terms of price action, but to be honest with you, that's most of what it is to be invested in cryptocurrency. Most of the time, the market's either down or trading sideways. It's a very small number of days where you see the truly parabolic and green action, which is the most fun part of all of it. But that's not what most of this is like. It's mostly people just getting beat up by the market. It's emotionally abusive to them, and then they just give up. They're like, God, nothing's happening. This is taking too long, and then they capitulate. Or when things actually are really tanking, then it's just too scary. They can't handle it, and then they capitulate there. This is what people do, and so I'm expecting people to continue to do that. I'm expecting continued parabolic activity from time to time, and until that happens, I will wait patiently. It's not a problem. So you guys can let me know what you think, but I'm just saying, if Bitcoin really does hit that level, and I don't know if it does, then wouldn't you think that type of price action for XRP would be in the cards? Wouldn't you think? I mean, I'm open to other ideas, but it doesn't sound wacky to me. So I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm not making a prediction, but it seems perfectly reasonable to me. I'll wrap up there, though. I am not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.